I remember that.
Okay, so we're here. It's this is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. This came out just yesterday in the morning. I was working at the time. So we're here watching it now, and I guess we'll get started in 3, 2, 1, and play. Wow, they're really just going in loud with each consecutive like Assassin's Creed game.
And kill blindly.
Oh, I'm getting mixed signals right now. Just the
They scar the lands of England. Lands they will never defend, never love. The time has come to speak to them in a language they will understand.
I don't like where this is going. See, that says war straight up. Well, we got our story. Viking dude gets really upset because other dude decides to kill his entire family. So, you know, very familiar territory, I'd say.
Shield!
This is like some of the old Assassin's Creed trailers, actually. Really cool, especially like starting from 2 Brotherhood, the other one, the Revelations. Shit, wait a minute, this is For Honor? Shit, I might be mistaken. This might have been that game instead. Oh. Oh shit, Oh. I thought that was our main character. So I thought I was like, oh shit, he's like on his deathbed already. But it looks like we can do the whole like aspect of the game is really cool. Wait a minute. Ezio, is that you? Doing some altair. He just pulled it out just like that. Oh my god. Nope. No. Oh no. Ha, gotcha. I thought subtlety just went out the window.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla, available holiday 2020.
Oh my god, dude, that was crazy. It really did remind me of like the other trailers, the old trailers for all the other previous games. They always have like this kind of like opening, like kind of like a music video in a sense, where they open it up and it starts from the very beginning and then the music kind of kicks in. Hear a little bit of the lyrics. I'm not sure if I did hear any lyrics for this one. Maybe it was just like at the very beginning, but essentially it really just kind of threw me back to those days. And I'm not sure if they did that with Origins or Odyssey, but it just totally took me back from there. Now, this is all coming from someone who loved Ezio's story. So playing Assassin's Creed 2, which was my first Assassin's Creed game, to Brotherhood, to Revelations, and then 3 with Connor, a little bit of Black Flag. I literally just skipped, what was it, Unity, and then Syndicate. I just jumped into Origins and have not touched Odyssey. What I've noticed with my very limited scope of knowledge of the franchise up to this point, it seems as though the balance between, you know, combat and the very subtleties of the assassinations that we see in Assassin's Creed, the balance, the gameplay, which is assassinations and just actual combat, seems to have been like this from Assassin's Creed and Assassin's Creed 2 to slowly shifting over this way now. Granted, though, you saw a little bit. You saw a little bit of the Hidden Blade, but with each like installment, it seems like it gets more grotesque to a point that we're just in For Honor at this point. But with a twist, with Hidden Blade, I actually don't really know how I feel about that. Because aside from like the cool Viking like vibe of it, it does kind of feel like some of the things I saw in Odyssey, where it was just a lot of just bloodshed. And granted, like we have games, we have been having games that have that type of like vibe to it. I don't know, with Assassin's Creed, I'm still very much so attached to some of the original mechanics of it, which was, you know, like running around, like parkour, doing these assassinations, using your skills, and not being discovered in certain areas here and there. Not to say that they don't have that anymore, it's just that there's much more of an emphasis in these types of games, and even or maybe just trailers. You know, like we forego like assassination attempts and we just kind of just go straight into combat. I know that the lore of the franchise has been like, we've had the Creed and we also had the Templars. It's been like that since the beginning, and it's been like a parallel, or like these two like groups that have in parallel through timeline really have been going against each other, and this is probably nowhere near different from that. But it seems as though, as I said before, yeah, there's not much in subtlety in as far as we've seen in like Viking culture. So very interesting twist to it. Then again, there was Odyssey, which has a different vibe within itself. I'm curious as to what they can try to do. Well, I mean, granted that like Origins and Odyssey were really cool. I've been playing Origins and that's been a really nice experience as far as leveling aspect, because I like RPGs. Aside from that, love sneaking around. The combat was definitely reinvented in Origins, and I think it was like really touched up on in Odyssey. So for Valhalla here, what they could do, they could definitely just stick with the formula they already have with Odyssey, maybe like tweak it a little bit, polish it here and there, or they can try a different approach. What I'm seeing here, because of the fact of its time, it kind of really does link up to For Honor. You know how For Honor was, and it was really cool as far as this combat. Like it was very much fixed. There was like set of rules. It was almost kind of like rock paper scissors, but with like different poses and stances. And from what I've played, very little, and what I've seen as far as the potential like competitiveness of it, or just simply online play, there was something there. There really was something. I mean, the whole topic about how good For Honor was going to be is a different topic within itself, but I could definitely see it kind of being revived in this game as far as like possibly looking into the gameplay aspect and kind of just taking bits and pieces here. That's pretty much it. It's going to be available holiday 2020, so it's going to be available for the Xbox Series X, and that's all we have as far as the actual platforms listed for it. But if I'm going to have to guess, it'll definitely come out on like the PlayStation 5 as well when that comes out too. Looking like it will come either after the release of the console or the day of. That's pretty much all I have to say. It was a really cool trailer. It was very reminiscent of the other trailers I've seen in the past, and I'm all for it with that. But I do need to see more to get it like a better idea as far as like, is this legit? Like, is this going to be like really cool? Like, so totally different? Or is it going to be kind of just improving on what's already been established? All right, in that case, I'll end it here. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. #bye, everyone.